My name is Melissa Vagatus, and this is my speech regarding St. Lucie County Public Schools. This speech is for my class SPC 1608. My daughter, who is now in 5th grade, started kindergarten in 2005 at Oak-Hammock K-8 school in Port St. Lucie. We reside in Fort Pierce, but it was my decision to bus her to Port St. Lucie because I felt that that was a better environment for her to get a better education. St. Lucie County schools definitely have a great deal of room for improvement. Some of the issues that I'm going to be discussing with you today are the statistics regarding St. Lucie County District and other districts in the state of Florida. Also the zoning that was redone in 2006. Our inexperienced teachers in St. Lucie County schools, and the No Child Left Behind Act of 2002. Now some of the statistics that I have studied are that St. Lucie County School District ranks 59 out of 65 districts in the state of Florida. Also 35% of our 3rd graders are not able to pass the reading portion of the SCAT test. That is horrible considering if a 3rd grader cannot pass the reading portion of the SCAT, they're not supposed to be passed on to the 4th grade. 20% of our teachers in St. Lucie County are new every year, whether they are moving into the area or they're fresh out of college. My daughter attends CMUC Academy, which ranks 1,842 out of 1,890 schools in the state, which is no good. The zoning was redone in 2006. So my daughter, of course, being that she was a student in Port St. Lucie, was required in 2007 to transfer to a school in Fort Pierce, which meant making new friends, new environment, and dealing with the new teachers and administrators that were being hired into this new school. When the zoning was done, there was a line drawn between Port St. Lucie and Fort Pierce, which meant segregation, because in Fort Pierce we know that the minorities and the lower income reside in Fort Pierce. 20% of our teachers in St. Lucie County are new every year, like I mentioned. There's not really a reason as to why the turnover rate is so high in our Title I schools, which are the lower income schools. But our teachers seem to get experience in our low income schools and then move on, basically to bigger and better things. The experienced teachers a lot of times are in our magnet schools, in our charter schools. There are magnet schools in Fort Pierce, however the waiting list to get in is a mile long. And if you move from another area, forget it, your child doesn't even have a chance. The magnet schools in Fort Pierce are very old. They've been around for years and years. There's new charter schools being built in Port St. Lucie. And of course, you know, they can cross the line to go to a magnet school or a charter school. And people from Port St. Lucie take their kids to Fort Pierce to the magnet schools. But do you think that the lower income people that live in Fort Pierce are going to be able to ship their kids to Port St. Lucie to go to a charter school? The No Child Left Behind Act was passed in 2002, signed by George Bush. And this means accountability of results. This means schools as a whole must report SCAT results as a whole to make sure that the schools are improving on their scores and not declining. Staff qualifications, the Title I schools under the No Child Left Behind Act are required to have special qualifications, teachers and staff. And the Title I schools are also required to have more parent involvement programs to where the parents can know what's going on in the school, keep track of what's going on with their child. Also public reporting, which means that at any time parents in St. Lucie County can go online and they can check websites for grades, They can know what the FCAT scores are for the district, the rankings, things like that. Of course, this No Child Left Behind Act, obviously, is not a miracle. It's not making things that much better. What can we do to make it better? To get St. Lucie County up in the rankings, to get our kids' grades up, to get them getting a better education. Parents do need to be involved. We need to attend the PTO meetings. We need to have parent-teacher conferences. We need to attend activities in the schools. Show our kids that we care. Teachers need to care more. When I was in elementary school, teachers taught because they loved kids. Teachers taught because they wanted to see kids get an education. Today, most teachers teach because it gives them a paycheck. If our teachers cared more and caught the interest of our students more and made them more interested in learning, then I think we would have a great deal of improvement. The zoning. There was no reason that the zoning needed to be done the way it was, where a line was drawn between Port St. Lucie and Fort Pierce. They could have rezoned in a different way. They could have rezoned where they had portions of Port St. Lucie and Fort Pierce in the same zone. Let's mix all of our children. And the last thing that I'm going to mention to you is about the 21st century tutoring that I know my daughter's school offers before and after school. Last year as a 4th grader, she was involved in that. She had her tutoring every morning and every afternoon. This year, she filled out her paperwork. She turned it in. She was the first child, first 5th grader, to turn in the paperwork. However, they denied her. This is a child who scores 3s on her FCAT, which is average. My child is not average. They denied her and said that they were only offering the tutoring to 11 students in 5th grade. That needs to be more readily available. Thank you very much for your time, and have a great day.